People don't realize the Eden District is responsible for bush and veld fires in an area of 24,000 square kilometers. With at any given time, we've got 12 people per shift, 6 based in George, 3 in Riversdale and 3 in Ladysmith. So a response to any fire in Knysna would take us 40 minutes plus. A response to a fire in Plet would take us an hour if you can get there. Because remember, in this fire, we couldn't get into Knysna. So yeah, with 12 people to cover that extent, it's impossible. And that's why I've always said we need to work with the other agencies that's on the ground. We need to work together.
The incident was huge. And the thing that you had to command the resources across 2 municipalities. And that fire is burning across 2 municipalities. And at that time, we probably had something like 7 chief fire officers in Knysna assisting and trying to make sense out of what is going on. And everybody was then focusing on only the Knysna, but I also had to deal with the Plet issues as well. And I think in terms of the unified command and making the chief fire officer of Plet the branch officer or the branch director on that side, he started giving us input, telling us what he needs, and we'd always send resources out there. But the chaos was not sorted yet.
The Knysna fires were obviously something on a scale that was not anticipated. It was also something that clearly outstripped any local capacity. So, you know, the initial response was somewhat chaotic in a sense, in that people were assembling, trying to respond, while the IC was also getting its feet in terms of being able to do the planning. So we participated in some of the decisions right at the beginning in terms of deploying some of the teams and trying to prioritize which areas. But obviously with the multiple sites that had broke out, it took some time to get some sort of organizing.
Other key lessons learned from a personal perspective, I've been in lots of meetings, I've done lots of consulting, I've worked with largest organizations in South Africa, and I found the JOC meetings to be some of the most professionally run sessions that I've ever attended, in terms of no egos, no arguments on, I think we should do X, no, you're wrong, let's do Y. It was very, very well run, when I say well run, I mean very disciplined. Each agency respected each other, everyone else. There was no, you know, you watch the movies, that's my jurisdiction, not yours. You know, everyone was very professional in their conduct towards each other, and that was a real eye-opener for me.
ICS helps the coordination of incidents in the following way. It allows or provides for a unified incident command structure. If you have various agencies cooperating at an incident, which with various enabling legislation behind them, for example, law enforcement, fire brigade services, it affords the organization or the organizations the opportunity to combine their command structures into one and develop common incident objectives that suits and satisfies both the criteria or the criteria of both the organizations. The benefits of ICS in the terms of Knysna only became visible once the incident occurred. Although we did a lot of preparation and invested heavily in preparing ICS and rolling it out in the province, the true value of incident command only came to the fore when we started to use the system at its full.
So one of the unique situations that occur in a disaster like this is the involvement of a multitude of organizations. And particularly when it comes to wildfire, there are many organizations that are involved, professional organizations, municipal organizations, organizations like Cape Nature, South African National Parks, the Fire Protection Associations, and the landowners, property owners themselves, private companies, and then obviously the fire and emergency services. So there's a multitude of people and from different organizations that are involved, and there has to be some kind of a system to bring that all together. The Western Cape government has recently spent and invested a lot of money in developing incident command within the Western Cape, so that all the various agencies that are involved can work together and have a system that is a standard amongst all organizations with common terminology that everyone understands and can work within.
The Knysna fires incident was a tragedy on many levels, with the worst being the loss of 8 lives. While this incident highlighted the many areas that still need to be developed and those that need to be fine-tuned, it is worth acknowledging that this is also our opportunity to recognize this, learn from it, and take action to stop it happening again. Now is the time.